Hi everyone, I'm Heather and welcome back to my channel. So we are back today with Deathmark. I am hoping that we are winding up this story and that this will be the last episode. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so let's look. Masquerade Wife. It's a picture of a masked wife holding hands with a child. I open the door and check the switchboard, but nothing looks broken at first. Okay, so let's check the rooms. We'll go in here first. Open the door to the guest room and walked inside. Hey, shine the light inside. A body has finally turned up. Let's check it out. Right. There's a skeleton left hanging in the restraints. When I touch it, something flakes off. It looks like traces of dried skin. Ew. The corpse is almost a complete skeleton. Small stature, but based on the thickness of the bones, it's likely an adult male. Considering how dried out it is, I'd say it's been here for at least a year. The problem is the cause of death. Mashita meticulously searches the corpse, then finally shakes his head. I just can't tell. Was he strangled by spider webs? Quit joking around. A joke, huh? It'd be great if that's all it was. Still, the skeleton. He must have been in pain when he died. His face is all twisted. If it was an adult male, then he was likely a guest here. No matter how hard I try to sympathize, I just can't. Hey, look at this. Mashita suddenly tosses something at me. I found it earlier. It belonged to this guy. It still has some fuel left. Keep it in your bag or something. Got cheap lighter. Okay, let's see if there's anything else. A coffin. There is a decorative coffin. I open the lid to the coffin. I find a book among the junk inside. Got Monster Encyclopedia. It's a book about different monsters from around Japan and their associated legends. Mashita flips through the book. Huh, so the spider monster originally killed people by drowning them in water. Yeah, that sounds right. I remember reading a legend like that in one of the books piled on my desk at Cujo Mansion. It usually targets woodcutters or hunters, but they're always saved at the last minute. Every region has a story like that. Saved? How? They use a tree stump. The spider takes it instead. Well, we do have a wooden head of a horse. Then the protagonist escapes. I don't get it at all. There's no point in complaining about folklore. In any case, this will make for a good reference. Take it with you. Okay. Bathroom. Open the door to the bathroom. I open the lid of the trash can to look inside. There's a large clump of hair inside as well as some paper waste. Resisting the urge to scream, I securely close the lid and chunk the trash back where it came from. Okay, there's another thing. There's a storage cabinet beneath the sink. I open the door and rummage around inside. Got bent hangers, so that'll help us get the thing out of the sink. Okay, anything else in here? I do not see anything. There is another room on this floor, so we could probably check that out. But maybe we should go back to the 4th floor just to be safe. Let's go. Let's go back to the 4th floor, get that thing out of that room. Because that way, if that other room kicks off some sort of event, we'll have everything that we could possibly get. Okay, so let's go here. I think it was that room. And then in the bathroom. And then we want to look in the sink. Okay, so I can do the bent hanger. Alright, an idea hits me as I take out the bent hanger. I should be able to bend this into any shape I want. I bend it into one straight wire so it can fit down the drain. I stick it in the pipe and move it up and down. I hear the sound of dirty water being dislodged and hit something hard. Got key to room 502. Okay, so we needed that anyway. Okay. On the key is a tag that says Deluxe Suite. That'll come in handy. Good thing it wasn't washed down the drain. Yeah. There are sticky white threads wrapped around this key, too. It seems like they stopped it from falling all the way down the pipe. Okay, so I think we could go back to the 5th floor. All right, let's get up here and then we'll go to the other door. Use the key to room 502 to open the door. All right, last room we can look at. Then there's something about a 6th floor, but we don't have information. It's probably the other one. There's a broken wooden horse. I go to lift up the wooden horse. When I do, I notice something catch the light. I pick it up and discover it's a metal tool. It's a mouth spatula. It's usually used for medical purposes, but some maniacs use them for other things. Huh. Just as I'm replying to Mishita, a white light flashes before my eyes and I black out. Ah! I hear someone sobbing. My eyes should be open, but everything is pitch black. I shake my head desperately and try to look around. A horrible image flows into my mind. What is this? A young girl is blindfolded and restrained. Her mouth is being forced open with that tool. Her breathing is ragged. She must have been given a drug of some kind. Let us commence the judgment. A man speaks theatrically behind me. The court has decided to give the accused a fair trial and will judge her crimes. The trial will now begin. I shall put this spider in the accused's mouth, and if it crawls out, she is guilty. If she can swallow it, she is innocent. Upon hearing that, the girl starts jerking around frantically, her movements haphazard. Help me, sir, help me. She desperately cries for help. Her words are garbled from fear or the drug. I hear men jeering. Then a man releases a giant spider into the girl's mouth. Eek! Ah! Hey, get a hold of yourself. Yoshiki, can you see me? That spider, get it! Idiot, calm down. Ugh! With a slug to the jaw, I finally return to my senses. That's right, I'm in a room at the Masquerade. Then the vision I just saw. What did I just see? I went somewhere. You haven't gone anywhere. You just fell on the floor and started writhing. I feel like I've woken from a long dream. I can't believe that was a hallucination. You finally calmed down? Yeah, I'm fine now. I wipe sweat off my forehead and swallow. That girl who was restrained, was that Esco? If so, then... was she unable to go to the police because she was caught by people here? Yeah, clearly. Okay, there's a decorative coffin. I open the lid to the coffin. I find a book among the junk inside. Got Demon Encyclopedia. The book has pictures of various demons and demonic crests and a list of their characteristics. I guess the guests here were interested in stuff like that. Okay. Well, there's bathroom stuff, I'm sure, because there has been all other times. Open the door to the bathroom. Alright. There's a shelf. I checked through all the bottles on the shelf. Got bath salts, insect repelling cream. Okay, mirror. This. The tub is covered in dents and scratches, too many for it to be natural wear. Going by the appearance of the room, horrible things probably happened in here too. Anything toilet related? No. So I think we are good in here. Now what do we do? There has to be something. I hear footsteps as I step into the hallway. I turn in the direction of the noise to see. Sho Nagashima is standing there. Mashita said he ran into him at the hospital, but I can't believe you came. Sho, what's the matter? I take a step towards him, but Mashita stops me. Wait, something's not right. I look closely at Sho's face. No, it couldn't be. His face is unnaturally stiff. Suddenly he begins yelling angrily. I was looking for you this whole time. I'm going to kill you. He raises the metal bat he was hiding and moves in to attack. Get back, Yashiki. Mashita yells, urging me to escape. But we're in a hallway with closed walls. What should I do? We would have come out the door if we're standing in the hallway facing the elevator. That door would be to our left, so we want to try to get back in the door, right? Okay, let's go to the left, because that should be the door. I quickly dodge to the left. Hey, you're not getting away. Sho's bat alters course in a flash and heads straight for me. Ha! But the tip of the bat hits the wall and narrowly misses me. I guess I didn't get into the door. He straightens only to swing his bat again. Shit. I have my hands full with just trying to get away. There's no way I'll be able to restrain him. But if Sho's like Hiro and is infected with the same mysterious poison, we have to restrain him or his life's in danger. I can't do this alone. What do I do? Die! Sho's deranged eyes burn a hole in me. Oh no. What are my choices? Tackle him, punch him, or, get his attention. Let's get his attention. Because he's got a bat. We need to, stay away. Ah! If my chances are thin no matter what I do, then my only choice is to draw his attention. Huh? Sho hesitates for a moment, confused. But a second later... You dumb idiot. You don't know when to give up, old man. The metal bat flashes above his head. Then... You're the idiot. Gah. Mashita suddenly appears next to him and throws a direct punch in his face. Okay, good. I was concerned because there was no hint. Usually they give you a hint to let you know kind of what you need to pick. There's no hint there. Sho tumbles to the ground. As he falls, his bat flies through the air and... Gah! Unluckily for me, it collided into the side of my head and I collapsed with a pitiful yelp. Dumbass. Cursing, Mashita quickly grabs Sho's arm and completely restrains him. Ugh. As Mashita puts his weight on him, Sho groans painfully. Finally, he faints. Hey, Shiki, you okay? Yeah, it just grazed me. I sit up gently and shake my head back and forth. Thankfully, everything seems fine. Then give me a hand. We need to carry him out of here. He's probably like the others now. We'd better hurry. To think Sho would end up as the third victim. I managed to make myself stand, but my spirits have dropped down to my feet. It's still sprinkling outside. We drag Sho out of the hotel. Finally, we have a chance to catch our breaths. We'll call off the investigation for today. Yeah. Banshee and Hiru flash before my eyes, but Sho's safety should come first. Let's go ahead and bring him to the hospital. I'll go get the car. Good idea. Yours is better for moving sick people around. I take out the car keys and stand up. But just as I do... Ugh. A piercing pain runs through the side of my head and I fall back to my knees. Ishiki? It's just a headache. I thought it had gone away, so why... You got hit right where it hurts, huh? Then just rest there. But Sho, you're injured too, so take it easy. I'll take Nagashima in my car. You wait here until I get back, got it? I'll come straight back after I drop him off. Sorry, Sho's in your hands now. Mashita collects Sho and disappears. The soft pitter-patter of rain permeates the area. The sound of the rain seems to make this place even quieter somehow. Then I notice something. The noises aren't the only thing that vanished. The pain is gone. The intense headache that faded, like it never was. This happened to me twice before. Hold on. Now I'm suspicious. I think back on the times when I had a headache. The first is when I went inside the Masquerade with Diamond and Banshee. Back then, I'm pretty sure I wanted to keep everyone together. But then I had a headache and Banshee up and disappeared. My next headache came the following morning. I was trying to go see Hiro and Banshee, but in the end I was unable to. Then just now, I was going to go to the hospital with Sho and Mashita. I gaze at the entrance to Masquerade. You're the only one I want to see, sir. That's what Red Riding Hood said. I get it. I stare at the hotel as if I can see through doors. I feel like I can see a red figure inside. One rainy night, a girl stood there, wearing a red raincoat. You're still waiting even now, for the one you respect so much. That headache always attacked when I was trying to stick with other people. If I stop trying and stay by myself, like I am now, then it'll vanish like it was never there. I get it. Hiru, Banshee, and now Sho, I've got my friends all caught up in this. That's right. It's all my fault again. I'll come alone. So, do what you will. I go back inside Masquerade. Sir. A voice calls from the darkness, as if it was waiting for me. What are you telling me to do? You see the red thread of fate, right? The top floor. In the room of masks. The top floor? The 6th floor was listed on the guide, but it was impossible to reach. I'll be waiting. Red Riding Hood's figure melts silently into the elevator. As she does, the elevator's floor display begins blinking on and off erratically. Well, obviously. The combination. You know it, don't you, sir? Her voice reverberates through the elevator. So she's telling me to go to her? But this combination, what in the world could it be? Well, it's the pictures. Okay. So it's the pictures of what they were. Because there's a picture in here of the Masquerade lady. Wearing the wedding gown. Oh, there's something up there. Large spiderweb hangs from the ceiling and walls. I don't think a normal spider would have been able to create a web this big. It's almost like what I experienced at H Elementary is happening all over again. Okay, so this was a wedding dress. So we're looking for the order to the doors. Or, like, the pictures. So let's go look. Because I think 5th was the woman holding a child. I think the 4th was a child. This is gazing at a man. But let's go look, I guess. So let's go to okay. Well, I would like to go to floors. Okay. If I press the floor buttons in a certain order, I might be able to get to the 6th floor. I've got to think. There has to have been a clue. Yes, I know it's the pictures. We've talked about this, but I would like to actually go to the floors. So, first floor was the wedding dress. This one was the man. 3rd floor is the cane, I think. Walking with a cane. Then we want to go to the 4th floor. Or we don't want to go to the room. We want to look at the picture. Running down a girl. So that seems like that would be the first one. So floor 4. And maybe the looking at the guy. So you met the guy. Then you get married, which is the first one. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do this because I think the 3 one with the cane has to be the last one. So we're going to try the combination. And it's going to be 4th floor, the girl. Then looking at the guy for number 2. Then wedding day. Whatever the 5th one was, I don't remember. I think it was the woman with a child, so having a baby. And then the walking with the cane, which was the 3rd floor. Okay, I think that's it. The elevator door opens and a musty stench greets me. But that's not all. This smell is blood. Sir. Red Riding Hood's voice drifts on the wind. I've been waiting for you. No, I doubt my words will reach her. But I feel like I have to at least say it. I'm not the one you respect. I'm not the one you're waiting for. Liar. You always lie. I'm not lying. I'm really not. Oh crap. A scream splits the night. It's the same one I heard during the spider torture. Stop this. This won't accomplish anything. That's why, this time, I'm going to test you. Tell me the truth. Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, they said it was like the last spider attack. So let's see what our options are. Countless spiders fly out of the darkness and start crawling all over my body. The swarm of spiders keep coming. The last attack, we used the massager, so let's do that. Okay. Shit. I take the massager out of my bag and hold it against my body and hit the switch. This worked before. The spiders start acting strangely. They all scramble away. Safe. Red Riding Hood lets out a gusty sigh. Glittering white threads fly through the air from her mouth. Okay. She's trying to use her spider silk. Okay, so the wooden log was in the thing. So we'll use the horse head because we've got that. I hold the horse head over mine as protection. Strangely enough, the threads seem drawn to it and wrap only around the horse head. Sir, who's in the wrong? I only did what was right. Okay, that's for the law to decide. Villains go to hell, divine punishment. The law. Red Riding Hood is staring at me. Sir, come with me. The only thing that matters is your life. What are my choices? How do you know a person's worth? Everyone has family. Life isn't that cheap. How do you know a person's worth? Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Red Riding Hood screams again. Then her maddening eyes glare at me. Am I gonna die? Sir, how do I look to you? Extremely attractive. You're like a little sister to me. We met too late. I didn't know her when she was a good person. And not a creepy spider lady. Hee hee. What do you like about me? Well, she's honest. Okay, honesty. That was what I thought. Hee hee. Okay. I thought I'd have to use weapons to defeat her. Or I guess that's not a defeat, though. Thank you, sir. Let's... Red Riding Hood figure wavers, then... smashes through the window and off into the night. Did she just jump? The bustling city can be heard out the window. I wipe my sweaty brow with my shirt sleeve. Something touches my cheek. Something's floating in the darkness. A thread? As I follow with my eyes, I realize it's wrapped around my wrist. Whoa! Something yanks me toward the window. Ugh! I brace my legs and try to resist, but all in vain. I'm thrown out into the night sky. Did I die? I scream as I plummet. No, I should be rushing towards the ground. Just as I give up all hope, a strong jolt makes me look up. A man struggles to hold onto my arm, his teeth gritting with effort. You stupid idiot. Sheeta? Shut up and give me your other arm. Hurry up, grab onto me. Right. He desperately tries to pull me up, and after what feels like an eternity of struggling, I make it over to the ledge and tumble safely back inside the hotel. The only sound that can be heard is our gasps for breath as we sit in the darkness. Why'd you ignore my orders? Mashita spits words out between wheezes. Sorry. This isn't the time to be making excuses. I might be better off shutting up. Idiot. Try putting yourself in my shoes. Is she gone? I think so. The window. I'm still trembling as I point to the broken window. She threw herself out of it. She might have been trying to take me with her. No, not you. That sir person. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Can you walk? Let's go. Mashita slowly stands and looks at me. Nicely done. That wasn't bad work for an amateur like you. It stopped raining. The cool wind on my cheek hints at autumn. I'm going to drop by and see Diamond. I'd like to see how the others are doing. Yeah. What? Hand me the car key. No, I can drive. Have you completely gone mad? Look at your hands. I glance down at them, only to suddenly realize they're still shaking. You just faced down a spirit. You can't drive in that condition. The choice made for me, I take the keys out of my pocket and toss it to Mashita. The corner parking lot. Right. You rest here. His figure melts into the darkness. As I watch him go, I notice something down on the wet asphalt. It's a dead spider. It lay there, legs all curled up, almost as if it was desperately trying to hold on to something. Are you satisfied now? Then let's go home. I gently pick the spider up. I wrap it in my handkerchief and put it in my pocket. The car ride back is a blur. I sat and let Mashita's voice wash over me like background radio noise. I remember wondering if Red Riding Hood might have stolen a part of my soul. Before the investigation today, Moe tipped us off on that testimony, remember? That helped me connect the dots. I realized a teacher was wrapped up in the case. A teacher from a school near the hotel was arrested for breaking the law. What does that have to do with anything? There was an odd part in Aiko's testimony. They were scared they'd be reported, but nothing ever happened. In other words, Esko never went to the police after tattling to the teacher. Or maybe more, she couldn't go. I frown as I try to put the pieces together. I think I'm too spaced out as it's not making sense. You never make it as a detective. Can't he just drop that? I don't plan on becoming one anyway. There's only one possible answer. This sir person Esko trusted so deeply was one of Masquerade's customers. What? I feel like I've been hit upside the head, and not with a pillow, more like a lead pipe. I mean, I think it was obvious. The one she sought salvation from ended up being a criminal. The definition of irony. Mashita glances out the window and chuckles dryly. The bitter sound fits both our moods. It was the teacher, and Mura, the one mentioned in Aiko's testimony. I saw a photo of him. He was thin, tall, the type popular with students. Well, I suppose... He glances back at me through the mirror. You might say he wasn't too unlike you. Mashita suddenly tosses a file at me. Those are the research results. Look them over if you want to know more. Results. I flipped through the thick bundle of paper. They're a set of very well-organized documents. It would have taken a lot of time to gather this amount of information. Then it hits me. Wait a second. Machida just said that he connected the dots with the help of Moe's testimony, which means he knew all of this before we started our investigation tonight. You knew everything? I just said I put it all together when I heard that testimony, but I decided not to tell you just in case. Why? If I had known, I could have... What would you have done? His tone turns mocking as he laughs. You would have just sympathized too much and let down your guard. You should be grateful I didn't. Machida leaves me with the research file and heads to Diamond's hospital. Now that I'm alone, I can't keep my 3 hospitalized friends out of my mind. But there's nothing I can do for them right now. I've done everything I can. I bolster myself with that information. I spread Machida's documents out on the table. I'm exhausted, but I feel like I need to go through them today. Who in the world was Red Riding Hood? If Machida was right, the truth should be right in front of me. New info was added to the spirit file, Machida's report. Okay, so I guess I can look at it, though I know what happened. Oh no, we wanted to go to the spirit file, which is this, Red Riding Hood. Okay, so rumors of Red Riding Hood. We've already done that. Other. Okay. Encounter, we want we did the testimony, so we want the Machida's report. I faced Red Riding Hood on the 6th floor, where she had waited for me. I managed to drive her back, but she nearly takes me with her until Machida saves me at the last second. He's furious with me for disobeying his orders. I'm given his research file on the hotel. This is what it says. Esko tattling to her homeroom teacher, Enmura, about the job is what started it all. Enmura proposed to Esko that they gather evidence first, and they arranged to meet at Masquerade that night. But the only thing waiting for Esko, there was utter betrayal by the teacher she was in love with. It turned out Enmura himself was one of Masquerade's customers. No one knows what exactly happened to Esko. She was found wandering the streets in her red raincoat and immediately admitted to a facility. Unfortunately, her mental state was too far gone already, and she committed suicide by throwing herself from a 6th floor window of the hospital. The night she died was cold and rainy, just like today. The report has info on Enmura as well. When he was arrested for other illegal activities, he ended up testifying about Masquerade as well. Having your partner wear all red was code that you were planning to use the deluxe suite of the hotel. That could be the reason Esko wore that red raincoat that night. Not long after the trial, Enmura apparently hung himself in jail. Okay, so that was it. So I guess I go to sleep? Let's rest for the day, because I don't think there's anything else we can do. Okay, so we finished the chapter? Alright. And so, the case surrounding Masquerade quietly comes to a close, leaving an invisible scar on the dark street. The lives lost there will never return, and neither will their trampled dignity. The only thing that saves that disaster is that my friends survived, so we got the good ending. Hiru, Banshee, and Sho all regained consciousness after that. They got out of it with no lasting symptoms and are recovered enough to go back to their lives. Diamond concluded that the affliction inhibited the soul very much like the mark. In that case, maybe Red Riding Hood was finally released from that horrible nightmare, just like the spirits that gave people the mark. If anything good came out because of this case, then that would be it. A week later. I'm coming in. Machida suddenly shows up on my doorstep. Before I even open my mouth, he pulls out an envelope and tosses it on the table. I'm here to deliver this. It's your reward. Take it and get out of here. I didn't do it because I wanted a reward. How should I know? The client asked me to do this, that's all. I did my job and handed it over. The rest is in your hands. Damn, what a pain. Mashita turns and curses under his breath, but I can still hear everything he says. That's all you came for? No, there's one other thing. I learned something from this past case. And what's that? Something about you. You're suited for this work after all. That again? Sorry, but I'm done. No more. Just hear me out. There have been more mysterious cases like masquerades popping up lately. I thought it might be Mark-related, but it seems like I was wrong. He stops for a moment, then mutters. Hayaki Yagyo, a monstrous parade. Have you heard anything about it? A Hayaki Yagyo? Yeah, sure, in ghost stories. But he's clearly asking about something that's happening in the real world. No, I haven't. That's so. I figured you, of all people. Forget it. First he asks me, then he tells me to forget it. He only cares about his own bottom line. Mashita glances briefly at the sofa in the corner of the room. Might have known something. So you want my help? The old lady, Yasuoka, seems to think you could do some good. I do too. That's all I wanted to say. No, wait, I have one last bit of advice. Quit doing stuff like that. Like what? You picked up that dead spider, didn't you? You saw? Just out of the corner of my eye. That's why darkness follows you. Your ancestors probably had pity on her too. The living and the dead can't coexist. If you try to accept their feelings, you'll just end up getting pulled in. I'll keep that in mind. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Mashita just snorts derisively, like usual. Give it some thought. Even if you don't want it, the time may come one day. He leaves, closing the door behind him. That marks the end of the case and the end of one chapter in my story. But someday, in the future, I can't help but think that the door will be thrown open again. Okay, so that is the end of Deathmark. That was fun. I liked that. There is a second Spirit Hunter game. As far as I know, there's not a third. The second one doesn't involve this character, though. So I don't know. I might play the sequel soon, but for now, that is everything for Spirit Hunter Deathmark, and I will see you guys later. Bye!